trays and beautiful tables. He does nice turnings and stuff as well. But saw him at the holiday market last year. And I'm always curious how well he's able to do at those because he has nice high-end stuff. Now, at that one, mainly he had bowls, so... Let's do this. Let's try and... get our shape a little bit more on the outside up top here. Figure out how to get our stem going. But, walked over briefly, but as I was walking in, you know, customer walked in his stall, booth, however you want to phrase it, tent. So, kind of let them just kind of do their thing. So, I was gonna say hi and hopefully chat with them a little bit. But yeah, the wife was very impressed. I was like, yeah, he does absolutely great work. So. But all good. So. Let's take off little bits at a time. Let's do that. Let's kind of weave our way around. Kind of like we did with the acorn. But I think what we're going to try and do is as we go around, we're going to try and make our way in. And then we're going to eventually make our way down. Zoom in a little bit more here. Oop. Now, as we get closer to being a smaller piece, I'm not going to continue these types of cuts because, well, that wouldn't be good. We'll have a higher chance of completely amputating, decapitating the stem. So, well, that one didn't end up in the drink. That's a nice thing. Alex, I saw the other day you streamed a little bit. I think, was it putting together one of the Focus printers? Is that what it was? All right, let's shape this up a little bit more around here. Oh, repair. Gotcha. I knew it was something with the printer. All right, as much as I wanted to do this with one knife, I think what we're going to do here real quick. I think we're going to pull out our V-knife. Kind of dig ourselves a channel. Yeah, let's do this real quick. Don't want to go too far off on that. Fair enough, Alex. I was just going to ask how it turned out. So eliminating the eliminating Y's, a broken or loose wire. Gotcha. At least you have the ability to go through that and understand and figure out, okay, what's causing this? Why is this happening? Yep. So that's a positive thing. And again, it's experience that helps do those types of things, figure those pieces out, right? The more time you spend with those types of things, the better you get at figuring, understanding how they work, why things happen. All right, and we're going to go one more little turn here. There we go. Then I think what we're going to do here is let's use our little detail knife real quick. Just kind of clean up in here. Clean up our stem just a smidge. There's that word again, darn it. I don't want to go too small with our stem, just because if I'm going to make it into a little necklace, you have something for the hook or the ring to kind of grab onto. So now this is why I use this brush. So I haven't forgotten about the Beavercraft challenge, the little Beavercraft contest on their Instagram page. But I don't think I'm going to continue that carving that I had started. All right, so now let's shape this over a little bit more. Let's shape this over a little bit more. Thought about the design I was going with. You know, I thought it was a cute design. I think it'd be a neat thing to try and do at some point, but I don't think that's what, if I actually do follow through with it and decide to enter, I don't think I'm going to do that. I think what I would like to do, if I'm going to do one to enter, I think what I would like to do is kind of do a little bit more of a fun character. Okay. There we go. And the wife and kid are home from band rehearsal. What time is it? Almost 7:30. Yeah, about right. Tomorrow night, I'm not sure if I'll be able to stream or not. Only because I will be picking the kid up from rehearsal, and I've got to hang around and probably get stuff from parents for the ice cream social on Friday evening. So probably will not be able to get on normalish time. So, but yes.
Did you get that part that you needed for the Wii?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, everything's done. Why do you think I was doing all the cables yesterday? Nope, I got it. Is that a carving song, Cass? I didn't realize it was a carving song. Fun, fun, fun till Daddy takes your carving knife away. be a pretty big little thing. Pretty big little charm, I guess. I guess so. Why not? Why not? I mean, we can make anything we want a song. Oh, so I finally got, and I'm kind of annoyed that it took me so long to do this, but I got Sapphire's command made. Sapphire had wanted a command. No boops. BOOPS is now a command. What's up, kid? Huh? Oh, it was just wonderful. I need to do a little bat carving. I think we're going to do that next. Instead of another pumpkin out of this little block, we're going to do a bat. Not out of this little block, but we're going to do another. We're going to do another. Grab another piece of wood and do a little bat. That's what we'll do. So I think trying to think how I want to try and piece this off. I'm kind of going through this process here, but we need to Cass, I haven't given it much thought. What are we thinking? I mean, I did my donut pass sign, but I haven't done anything really since then. Right now, I'm just trying to think of little things that I can make that I can sell. Yeah, I really haven't done one. I mean, I've got the little flowery thing that came with my my toolkit, my tool set when I bought it. That little design that they give you. But I haven't done anything with it. It's still still actually sitting right next to me. In my drawers. But so after we separate this, maybe we should do the probably we'll do it after we separate it. We'll separate it and then make the ribs and then move on to the next one. Excuse me. Hiccups. So finally this week I got my rower back up and going. Although I do need to get some sort of mat because it does slide a little bit. I finally got back into the rowing. It's been about a month with the basement stuff that I haven't rowed. Again. Oh, it was just it was set up, it was put away for the basement work and hadn't filled it, and finally this past weekend I decided to let's get it filled. It's back in its place, and so finally this week I got myself back on it. Nothing wrong with it, just didn't have it available to me. There we go. so let's try something here. I don't know if this is a proper way to do this, but I'm curious about something. To give it a little concave shape here on the bottom. This is my thought process. Cut that X in there. Kind of chip carve towards the center. And that way, as we go through it, we can work our way down. But we'll see. But yeah, so finally this past week, done 3 days in a row. Got myself on it each morning. Once the wife gets back to her actual school duty time, I'll be getting up a little bit earlier as well. Be able to get into it. So, Evisarina, thank you for that follow. There we go.
Maybe I can whittle wood with you sometime, cool buddy?
Thank you for that. Welcome in.
Sticky.
How are you doing this evening? Appreciate the follow. That's what I meant to grab. I forgot to bring that down. One of the things I want to start doing is a book that I'm reading. It's called The Power of One More. Kind of on the book itself, but there's some stuff I'm liking in it, and it's one of those positive self-help type of things. But there's some good things. I think with any book, you may not be the best. Might not be exactly what you want it to be, the book. But with that being said, there we go. That'd actually be pretty good. I think there's always something you can take out of every book. And I bought it on a whim, just to see what it was, to kind of give it a whirl. And like I said, so far, it's okay. It's I would say it probably fits most of that genre. Not as good as other writers in that genre in terms of that self-help type of stuff, that positive motivation type of thing. His I don't know, he's not able to really convey his thoughts in a clear manner. I know what he's trying to get across. I know what he's trying to say, but it's not necessarily, he's not very good at doing that part. So but there's actually a chapter I thought was very good. One more question. And I want to kind of start taking on stream, just kind of posing that one more question type of thing. Some of his questions. Kind of work our way through it. I think it's an interesting idea. It's a lot of self-reflection type of stuff, which is awesome. I love that part. Kind of looking at yourself and how am I fitting into this? How does this all, how can I make it work for me? How can I look at myself and strive to make myself a better person? So all right, so here's our pumpkin so far. That's gonna be a really big charm. Worth a shot. All right, so let's do our ribs. So what we do, actually, you know what? Instead of doing it that way, I hate calling it the easy way, but let's kind of do it the easy way. Let's use our V tool. Maybe we should use our little V tool, not our big V tool. Is that my V or my U? It's my V. But I think some of the questions are very good. I think the way he, some of the questions he poses for you to ask yourself as you look at yourself and try and make yourself a better person, I think are very valid, and I think are good pieces. So let's get our our rib coming up this way and towards our stem. There we go. We'll just do some more of those going around. May not be perfect, but you know what? We'll make them look decent. I don't think any pumpkin looks perfect, does it? Again, this is why I wear gloves. There we go. This is true, Shanigans. It's a very true statement. Very true statement. How was dinner? Yeah, Cass, I understand that. Any updates with the HOA, Cass? I know last week was some frustrating mess with that baloney. May? A full year? What? Oh, that's what we need to do. Oh, when we're almost done with this pumpkin. May, when we're done with this pumpkin, we're going to take a look at your clips. Cass, I would imagine I would hope that would be more of a tell for the HOA to say, hey, maybe we need to figure something else out here. But we know once they've made up their mind, usually it's not going to change. But May, thank you so much. A full year. Holy crap. That's amazing. I think most of us are doing pretty well today. I haven't heard too much awry today. How are you, May? Yes. That's the sub alert, my dude. Joel, welcome in. Jack Tripper is the sub alert. It's Rocket. Unfortunately, there's not very many good compilations or even just single spit takes of from John Ritter that I could grab just a good spit take. Because I want just a good spit take. That's what I was looking for. That was the closest thing I could find. So... more heat wave. Not fun. We haven't been too bad. We haven't been too bad here. I hope y'all are being safe, May. Oof. That could have almost ended up in an amputation of the stem. All right, a few more cuts and then we'll take a look at the clips that May grabbed from last week, which were very amusing, by the way. Thank you for grabbing those, May. There we go. All right. That's right, Joel. Three's Company was a great show. Ah. Got it. Ugh. Problem with little round things, they like to roll away from you. Yeah, we'll grab those clips in just a minute. They were very, 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 very funny. It was a fun. The nice part is because there's no sound, we can just kind of completely talk over them. So we don't have to worry about missing sound. We'll give some background it, and I'll try and remember what we're talking about. And best part is kind of following chat, because you guys finally realized that I was listening to you. I still had an earbud, I think at least one earbud in, if not both, listening to you guys. So there's that. Then once you guys realized, oh, on the video itself, yeah. That's true, May. That is very true. Yeah, I've thought about putting that on screen somewhere, but I like the clean video on stream itself for future potential other uses. But I don't know. I've been thinking more about stuff I want to include and update on stream. I did add a couple commands today, just kind of catching up on stuff. So and actually I did all of that editing while I was on my meeting, quote unquote. Yeah, I can, Alex, and I have started doing some of that. It hasn't been very consistent, though. That's the one thing I will say with the source record that I've been doing so far, and I have to probably just take a look at it. But it hasn't been very consistent in what I get. It doesn't always record. It seems like it doesn't always record everything. I've got to, like I said, I've got to take a look at it a little bit more. And I can only do that in here. My other computer doesn't have enough space to even think about trying to record on it. So workshop streams won't have that. I don't necessarily have that option with my workshop stream. So all right, let's this one got gouged in a little too deep on that side, so I want to try and clean up the edge here. Kind of round it over a little bit into this spot here. There we go. So we got a little pumpkin that we'll paint, and we'll make it a little charm. It's probably gonna be. I mean, that's a pretty hefty sized charm, but we got a little pumpkin. All right, so let's put that aside. Let me clean this up a little bit, and we'll do some more carving. But let's take a look at some of these clips that May grabbed, because they are pretty darn funny when we put them in context. Probably the best way to phrase it. When we put them in context, they're pretty darn funny. Absolutely, Mr. Alex. Thank you for hanging out as always. Appreciate that. All right. Give the phalanges a little rest. Give the hands a little rest. And let's see. Let's go to... Make sure that doesn't come up. We're going to mute that. We're going to go to... Actually, let's go here. Click that, and we want to go to videos. And we're going to go to clips. And let's make it a little bit bigger. All right, so Shanigan's clipped a couple, but May clipped a bunch. Let's see, and May actually numbered them too, which was even better. I can't close that, can I? No, that's acting up. All right, so let's see. So I think here's the first one. So I see them coming in. So I take my glasses off and mute my mic. I think I tell you all that I'm muting my mic. Kind of get this focus. So there's the wife. That's the wife kind of kicking in the corner up here. I need to hold on. Let's do this. Now, why did that get big? So there's the wife hanging out over there. That's her friend. That's who she used to teach with. And then, so that's me talking to her husband. Yeah, I know, May. I'm trying to adjust. So kind of talking through that. I was talking him through, you know, what it was I'm working on and this, that, or the other. And just kind of having that. And I think, let's see. I think this is number 2. I think this is number 2. But anyway, so you're talking about that and asking about different things here or there. So it's kind of talking through a couple things there. Let's see. So this is number 3. And so, yeah, he and I are talking about just the different tools. I think his dad and what his dad has and stuff like that, kind of yabbered about that part and this part and just, yeah, all the different bits and pieces. And I still have an earbud in. I think there's still an AirPod in my ear at this time. Oh, it's because I resized the actual screen itself. Oh, goodness. And so there was a request to touch the nose prior to this. And so I'm looking at the camera and I stare at you all and touch the nose. So there was a dead stare to the camera with the nose touch. All right, let's do this because this is why it's all funky there. There we go. And then so Huntress asks me to stand on one leg. So I was showing him and his, so that I'd had that piece of Cocobolo that actually was given to me by his wife, and that was from his dad's shop. And so I stood on one leg there, but I realized, I look over and I was like, oh, well, you know what? You can't quite see that I'm standing on one leg. There we go. Because the shop vac was in the way. So I moved over so that we could, so that you could see that I was standing on one leg for you. And then, let's see. And so this is the end. Yeah, so he's leaving, and I think so I think at this point he was actually asking about like streaming and stuff like that. So he's actually looking at he actually looks at the camera. He actually looks at the setup. And I had said, yeah, I've been live the whole time and this, that, or the other. And yep. So there we go. Trying to think. So Shanigan's clipped a couple as well. I don't know which ones he clipped though. What did Shanigan's clip? Oh goodness. Yeah, so similar thing. We're just kind of chatting and talking. I don't remember what we're just talking about who knows what. So I think this was Shanigan's trying to do the moment thing. So there we go. I think there's a way for me to go back into my creator dashboard and edit them and all this out of the other. So maybe eventually we'll get around to doing that. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. So. Yeah, I think so. I think that's what it was. They look very similar. So. And that's just more chatting, more conversation. So I think that's kind of what it is. So. There we go. Oof. My hand's sore. So there's our little pumpkin. Maybe we'll paint the jack-o'-lantern face on it or something. I don't know. Blacksmith, welcome in. I'm doing well. How are you? I am doing well. Let's zoom out a little bit. We'll do a quick strop and maybe try and do a little bat. Great wand from Blacksmith Pop. If y'all haven't seen that yet, holy moly. I haven't even started. Have no idea what I'm going to do. So, kudos to all those that are going to win. And that are going to finish. Because I don't think I will. I need to do something. I can't not participate, but don't think I'm really going to have anything that's going to be truly worthwhile. It's the unfortunate part, the way to phrase that, probably. So, I knew when you were explaining it, sir, that it was going to be pretty damn impressive, and it certainly turned out pretty damn impressive. So, well, we still have time. I mean, we're only on the 10th. We still have, about 3 weeks left to do it, but I don't even know what to make. No idea what to make. No earthly clue. So, until I could figure that out, I'm not making anything, but we'll see. We'll see if we actually end up making something. But, oh, you know what? I wanted to take a look at that real quick. we're closing in on 900 followers. I would really like to get to 1,000 at some point, but that's going to take a little bit longer, I think. We've kind of hit a plateau. We've been at a little bit of a plateau lately. Been trying to come up with, well, first off, I need to get more consistent about my stream times, and this past month and a half just has not been great about that. I think, again, once we kind of get into a schedule and a routine for this coming, for this school year, it might be a little bit better. I don't know. That's what I got to try and figure out. I want to try and keep a regular schedule with that, try and keep things going normal, but got to balance that with the family. Goodness, excuse me. All right, so I think I'm going to use this piece, try and do a bat. Oh, why do I have that up there? Has that been up there the entire time? That's kind of annoying. Didn't even notice it was up there. All right, so trying to think if I do this as a bat. Let's go like the head here, the torso, but it's like a wing. I can't even draw a friggin' bat. I mean, really? What is going on with me here? All right. I am absolutely terrible here. What? The Aussie wand, right? It was kind of all right. It's okay. Well, May, it's on me for not actually seeing it and realizing, hey, knucklehead. That's all on me for not even realizing that it was up that way. Cass, I'm absolutely loving watching Hula carve. He's been having a lot of fun with it, I know. I actually sent him a box of wood yesterday. I had a box go out to him. See, I don't think I need to do it on that. I probably need to do it on a flat piece. But I think we're going to try this on here. It's been fun watching him really enjoy it, and I'll tell you what's really great, and I agree with him. As soon as you paint a carving, they look fantastic. They look so much better once they're painted. So I need to embrace that a little bit more. So I know. Yeah, I was sharing earlier that I picked up another stock to be able to be able to really get some pieces prepped for snowmen and gnomes and stuff. So now, let me transfer this kind of sketch down. So we have this, and then this. Actually, no, I just picked up, like I said, I think I picked up an 11.5 board foot piece yesterday to piece up and prep for more of the holiday carving stuff. Oops. Man, that's just terrible. Kind of something like that. And probably just even maybe... What's the Batman symbol? That's... So it does come up. All right. So that's what I want to try and kind of mimic that if I can. Do that. I'll just do kind of a little... something like that. So out of proportion. Ugh, golly, that's terrible. But I want to kind of flatten this up. Because Lord knows I don't need that wide of a piece. I should have went out to the shop and grabbed some thin boards that I had, thin pieces I had out there. But let's do this. We're going to put a stop cut in the top. And we're going to do this to shape our top, to shape our ears, to shape our bat ears. Oh, there we go. That's another fun one, May. So that's my goals. I want to try and make some of these little charms in time for September market and maybe even October market. And actually, we'll just go back in here. Cass, so even you tell me what size you want and I'll cut you up some pieces and send me your way. Serious. I'm happy to do that. Oh, that's a great one, May. Ghosts? That is a really good one. Yeah, we can do little ghosts. Let's see if we can do a bat and then we'll do a little ghost tonight, maybe. Yeah, Cash, you tell me what size you want, and I'll cut you some up. There you go. Yeah, ornaments will be fun. Alright, I keep going down in there. It's not going to be good if I keep doing that. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to think. I want to try and... I mean, that pumpkin is really big and bulky. So, I'm not sure if that'll be a great charm, but... But I do. I want to kind of keep them smaller, charm-ish type of carvings. Double R. What is up, my dude? How you doing tonight? Let's do this so we can cut in that way. But that's what I'm trying to... Shenanigans were sharing... he and I were chatting the other evening. It was Saturday night. I don't even remember anymore. But yeah, just about kind of trying to prepping for the holiday stuff. I am doing well. I am doing well. Trying to figure out what I'm doing here. Seems to be a common theme for myself. What am I doing? What am I doing? Now, working on a little bat charm. What tools are you looking to get, Cass? What tools are you trying to get your hands on? Yeah, it's time to start getting the holiday stuff ready, unfortunately. I mean, it's scary to think about, but it is what needs to happen at this point. Alright, this is where I need to be careful because I have the tendency to amputate. As most of us well know. Yeah, retail problems. Well, the other frightening thing is I actually filed for my EIN, which here in the States is basically so we get to pay taxes as a business. So I come at it a little bit harder angle, not quite as steep an angle, a little shallower angle, I guess. Clean that up. Ah, I gotcha, Cass. I don't know if it's congrats, Double R. It means I need now I need to file my taxes for my pay my sales and use taxes to the state. So. And the interesting thing in chatting with my accountant about that was he suggested not going with the LLC at this point Because what ends up happening is things start costing you more if you start doing it as a LLC, like car insurance and et cetera, if you're wanting to do that as part of your business. So I got you, Cass. I got you. So, but to be able to kind of file my taxes as a sole proprietor and be able to have business stuff and all this other stuff, you know, all the other benefits of having the woodworking business. It's what needed to be done. So, yeah, and that's what he said too. He's like, you know, down the road, if you need to incorporate, you can, but you don't need to do that now. It's just gonna, in all reality, it's gonna cost you more now if you do. It costs more until it is actually, you know, if you had something that was going to, that could potentially, you know, cause you a liability, then yes, I would say incorporate. But at this point, you don't. So don't worry about it. So I'm going to put my glove back on. Try and zoom you guys in again a little bit more. So here's what I'm going to do here is I'm going to do a stop cut right at that edge. And kind of work our way in that way. Cass, that's a great way to do it. I wish I could find more of that type of stuff around where I am. There's some, but when it comes to like this small stuff, not a whole lot of opportunity out there in my area that I've found so far. Now I will say my wife's great uncle has a whole bunch of carving stuff that my understanding is that they're planning to actually pass it on to me when he passes, which is cool. I mean, he's done some beautiful carvings, so all right, so let's do another stop cut here and start working up to that line. Then, once we do that, we'll start trimming this up a little bit more. Etsy, really? Interesting. I never thought about Etsy. eBay makes sense, but I also know in the conversations that we've had about like all the Helvy tools that are just going way more than they need to on eBay. So there we go. So I don't and eBay to me almost anymore has just more turned into a secondary retail site for people, for stores and businesses, that is. And I mean, that's great for eBay and all, but Joel, thank you so much, dude. I appreciate you hanging out. Have a good night. Hope things are going well. Hope that things in the shop are going well. Take care, my dude. Yeah, see, I never even thought about Etsy. Joel, dude, thank you for that sub, man. No need to do that, but it's always appreciated. Thank you so much. Thank you. Stream Elements really liked it. Or I should say Firebot really liked it. Counted it as 2 subs. Interesting. Have a good one, man. Enjoy some family time, hopefully. Cass, I do a little bit. I would normally just kind of have it on in the background, but I don't pay too much attention to it. But yeah, I do. I mean, I do watch them a little bit. Actually, you know who I haven't seen on a little bit is Samuel Sculpture either. As we kind of talk about some of these folks, I haven't seen Samuel on in a little while. What? Yeah. That was a good one right there. Did y'all catch that? All right, let's move that out of the way. It's almost, it was kind of a yeet. I mean, basically cut it off, but. All right, so I think we're going to have to do, we just have to go back and clip it now. Go back about 15 seconds, you'll be able to clip it all. Instead of me mangling up my mat, let's get this guy here. We're gonna use some of our gouges here. If you've got the tools, you might as well use them, right? It's okay, May. You don't need to apologize for the caps. So we'll use these. Again, if you've got the tools, you might as well use them. Make your job work smarter, not harder, right? Isn't that what they say? Fair enough. Fair enough, May. There wasn't a whole lot to it. It was me literally just cutting and then whoop, there it went. So. And it's not like I destroyed the piece either, so. So that's a positive thing. Now, if I had destroyed the piece, then maybe it would have been worthwhile going back and trying to catch it and seeing if there was more to it, but. Okay, so now got some of that there. I want to do Boyd. Boyd. Welcome in, y'all. Howdy. Oh my goodness. Welcome in. Hey everybody. That's what I want to look at. 886. All right. Welcome everybody. Boyd, how'd the box turn out? Howdy. Let's do this. Boom. There we go. Oof. Yikes, Cass. That's brutal. Hi, everybody. Welcome in. For those of you that are not familiar with who I am, I'm Waco Wood, or TJ. Welcome in. Walnut, Boyd, Momo. I do a miscellaneous bunch of different stuff. Cross, welcome in. Doing some carving tonight. Getting back into that, trying to get some stuff going. Prepping some little pieces for market. Oof, let's turn that up just a little bit more. There we go. Now it's like scary story time. Right? There we go, Momo. It's like scary story time. I guess, I mean, I could turn on the other big lights, but not really looking me. It's kind of more the carving, but yeah. Hula's kind of fired me back into carving a little bit more, so we're going to probably do a little bit more carving on stream again. So, and I want to do some more pieces for markets and stuff like that. So, getting back into carving a little bit. It's kind of actually how I started here on Twitch, was carving. So, Momo with the hydrate. There it is. Thank you, Momo. So, doing that, working on a little bat is the other one that I'm working on right now. We did a little pumpkin just a little bit ago, so we'll paint that and probably turn this into a little charm necklace maybe. It's gonna be a big charm to hang on a necklace. Probably should have went a little smaller. But got our little bat. So babe, awesome. You still need to fill me in on everything on that too, so make sure I am taking care of my responsibilities to you on that. But thank you, babe.
Maybe I can whittle wood with you sometime, cool buddy?
Kazani, thank you for that follow.
Sticky.
You keep me updated, babe. So we're kind of working on market stuff. We were talking a little bit earlier about market stuff. We're actually sharing some clips. May had some clips grabbed some clips last week. We had a visitor in the workshop last week as I was working, and just kind of kept stream going. And so chat was having some fun with me, and I had some fun with them right back. So it was kind of fun. It was a lot of very amusing little time that we had together. Trying to look at my gouges real quick because I want to shape this top part of our bat here. Just kind of looks a little odd. So I think what we'll do, King Louie, welcome. Right on, absolutely. Glad to see you start carving. Thank you for that follow.
Maybe I can whittle wood with you sometime, cool buddy?
Yeah, so we had some fun with that last week. That was prep for the market. We were working on some market pieces, which, you know, market was okay. We were talking about that just a little bit earlier on stream. Where most of the folks at market said kind of the same thing. It's just kind of it was much slower than we were anticipating. I think part of that was it was tax-free weekend in our area. So, well, King Louie, I'm happy to share. We've done some carve-alongs before. We need to actually do another one. Maybe, you know what? We're getting close to Christmas time. We should probably do a little small Christmas carving. Maybe a little snowman carving. Kind of the Doug Linker-ish type of snowman. Which is a fun little snowman to do if you haven't done the Doug Linker snowman. And we can do those. That's a fun carving to do without all the extra stuff. So, Big Gollum, that's all good, my dude. All good. Welcome in. Appreciate y'all hanging out here. Appreciate the raid over, Boyd. When you get situated, happy to get filled in on how the box turned out. I know I had it kind of in the background over here. Nope, there we go. I knew that was going to happen. So Begolem, I am using basswood, which is why this just happened. So I guess we'll move to a ghost now, May. This can be repaired. It is able to be repaired. I'm going to do this real quick, though. This area over here is still bugging me on the backside. I'm going to go get some of my glue. And we're going to put this back together, just like we normally do.
Maybe I can whittle wood with you sometime.
Give me one second. I'm going to run out to my fridge right out here where I keep my super glue. And we're going to glue this back together. So, yep, CA glue. That's what I use, King Louie. Especially considering this is going to be a painted piece. Not too stressed about it. Okay. Begolem, thank you for that follow. Appreciate the new follows tonight. But we're just going to do a little bit there. Let it kind of do its thing for a second. I'm going to spray this side up. We're going to try not to get our fingers all up in it. But, oh, that finger's sticking. Sorry, that was a little off camera. Sorry about that, y'all. Forgot I was zoomed in pretty good. There we go. It's back together. Well, I did a set for the charms, or for the set challenge. What I was trying to do here is I was trying to use one of my gouges, and I probably need to go about the other way. Anyway, I might need to just pass up on that. Yeah, for the set challenge was the 4 seasons is what we ended up doing with that one. But there's that. So I'm going to put my glove back on since I'm going to be right at my fingers. So King Louie, I think it depends on who you ask. So that's the Parfix stuff that I picked up from Caps a little while back. CA doesn't really work unless you have Activator. That right there, I think, is probably one of the biggest things that we've been kind of, I would say, kind of preaching in our group, in our community here, is CA doesn't really work unless you have some Activator for it. So here I am actually carving right towards my thumb. That doesn't have anything on it, but that's okay. What I'm trying to do is I want to shape these outside pieces here, and I want to kind of shape this little area in here a little bit more. So I was trying to do, yep, this Flex Cut knife. This is the mini detail knife from Flex Cut. So it is Momo because I am going slow and I'm not trying to take too big of a chunk out. Except when I was, you know, amputating the bat. But that wasn't with my finger. All right, so this, I've got to go this way. There we go. But I also have my bandage right next to me too, Momo, so I am okay. All right, so I'm going to kind of point those wings there. See, Cass is pro carver. The only reason I put my glove on this hand is because I'm going to hold the piece and do a lot of this type of thing. So, Devil Bird, it's a-okay. That's awesome. I end up being that way a lot. So there'll be times when I come down in the evening to shut down my computer, or prep it for overnight, kind of put it into sleep mode, and I will be in like. I'll have left open when I went upstairs multiple tabs and come back down to see basically all the same on the same tab. So Gigi had a little package go out to her today. Let's see if I can get it. Let's see. What I'm trying to do is I want to make a little bit more of a swoop in here. So I probably need to go. See if I can do it this way. I'm trying to figure out the best way for me to cut. I'm going to take a little bit more off of here. It's kind of the way. It's just hard to hold. And that's why I probably should have done this when I still had more attached to it. But the plan is going to be to actually paint this and turn it into a little necklace charm. That's probably a little better what I was thinking there. See, that's the hard part. Is right there we chip out the front side, so... Actually, what I'm going to do here, I think I'm going to switch knives real quick. King Louis, I actually don't. Well, there you go, Devil Bird. That's a great idea. Love it. Yeah, Cass, I do seem to be getting smaller and smaller with my carvings, don't I? Devil Bird, I don't. I haven't done a whole lot with the Dremel. I think there's a little bit of a purist mindset in me, which it's not no need to be that way. I mean, it's still carving. It's just a different type of carving. We've had this. I know Shanigans and I have had this conversation a few times. It's it is still carving, just a different style of carving. So. But I haven't. I have a hard time controlling a knife that isn't spinning. To think about trying to control something that's spinning, very, very fast. So. All right, let's do a little on this side. And then maybe we'll do a quick ghost. Here's the thing, I don't remember which side broke apart now. I don't remember which side broke apart. Alright, but I do need to, yeah, this is the side that I want to do, so I need to trim this up a little bit. let's see. What else was I going to talk about tonight? Oh, my next stream. I don't know when my next stream is going to be. Still trying to figure that part out. Tomorrow night's probably out just because I've got to hang out after practice. So tomorrow night I may actually do some open shop time tomorrow night just because got some other stuff I need to try and get done out there in terms of prepping for markets and stuff like that. Yeah, see that right there, King Louis, is part of the reason I don't necessarily want to go that route. Like I said, I am. There's been enough little cuts with the normal knives, the non-spinny knives, that I'm good with those for now. So, all right, let's see here. All right, now, actually, I should have kept that one out. I want to try that in here a little bit. Let's see if we can do this without popping this piece apart now. What we'll do is probably trim up the top part of these as well. Go to the ER a lot. I try not to visit the ER very often. I'm trying to remember the last time I visited the ER. Actually, I just went to like an urgent care. I'd cut my thumb cutting lettuce for a salad for my wife. All right, so now here's what I'm going to do. Zoom out just a little and see if I can get okay. Kind of liking that. That's good. Let's see if we can mimic that on this side. And that knife, that thumb cut was, golly, that was a good little while ago. There we go. I'm kind of happy with that. What do we think? So that square is 2 centimeters. So that's 2 centimeters by like 1.5 centimeters, maybe. No, not centimeters. Inches. That's 1 inch wide by about 3/4 inch tall. So there we go. We've got a pumpkin and a bat. All good, King Louis. And you know what? The best part is just to have fun. This was actually, so here was This is what we did for our last carve along. We did a little mini Mandalorian. This is a 1 by 1 by 2 inch block. So 1, 1, and 2. 1 by 1 by 2 inch block. And we did that as a little carve along. Not too long, well, a little while back now. Yeah, so we did a little. Hey, Boyd, y'all did very, very well on your Mandalorian, so I think we should do a little like snowman carve along. I think that'll be a fun one. Kind of do something. It doesn't have to be this big. I actually like doing a smaller version of this guy. So I think we should do something like that. I think that would be a fun little carving. Little carve along. Yes, King Louis, I would say a glove would be helpful. A glove does help. I am pro glove. No glove, no love. All right, so let's put those away. Oh, Lou, you do some big stuff, huh? All right, let's clean this up and let's just we're going to do a little ghost. Do a little cleanup here. And let's see if we can do a little ghost real quick. Now, Boyd, did you install the dado stack tonight? Did you make a cut with the dado stack tonight? I've got the one that I got from Kits too, that I purchased from Kits that I need to use. I haven't used it yet. All right, we'll put that away for now. All right, let's make our ghost a little bit bigger. Oh, that's right. You will need a new throat plate. That's right. I keep forgetting about that part too. Oh, no, that's too below. I don't want that. All right, we're going to use this guy. Oof, why do I have that? I'm trying to think if there's another piece of wood that I have that we might use. I want to make it for a charm, so you know what? We're going to use the smaller of the woods. So before we go, let's do some stropping. Before we keep going, I should say, let's do a quick strop. Strop. Sharpening time. Stropping time. Stropping time. I was going for something like strop hammer time, but we're not really hammering. We want to strop. So stropping time. I don't know. I don't know.
With you sometime, cool, buddy?
Mrs. Happy Chappy, thank you for that follow. I'm another 78 over here. Assuming that 78 probably means the same type of thing. Actually, yeah, I am less than 1 month away. One day shy of 1 month away from my birthday. So how many days? 38, 31 days? 30 days away from my birthday? 30 days away from my birthday. There we go. Ooh. Well, I mean, that'll be somewhat helpful for protection. So, May, I'm going to kind of do a really simple version, I think, of that little emote you shared there. But we already kind of have our shape in our stick. What we'll just do is kind of shape our bottom of the stick. I do the little one? I don't remember if I did the little one. I think I did the big one, not the little one. Might be time to do some sharpening touch-up too, so. Yeah, exactly, like a little Pac-Man ghost. That's right. Alright, so. Again, I don't want it too large. So we're gonna round off this top where we pieced off our bat. Just kind of get it good, get it a little round over. And I think what we're going to do is we're going to bring it down and we'll bring it like this and just kind of do little wavies like that. Just something like that. Probably not too much bigger than that. We'll shrink it down. Don't need to be crazy thick like this. It's about a 3/4 of an inch. Yeah, about 3/4 of an inch square thing here. So we don't need it to be that big. Kind of probably thin it out to about, probably about that way. Yeah, something about that. I think that's what we'll do. I will say something that has been fun at the market is actually been doing the spoon carving, because it does get people paying attention, looking at what I'm doing, asking questions, talking, opening the conversation, that type of thing. So I will say that has been a huge help. There we go. All right. So what I'm doing is just kind of giving it some shape. Now, oops, get a little around this edge up there. What I want to try and do here is now is going to be kind of trying to separate out our little wavy ghost line, right? So we've got our little, there we go, kind of our little wavy ghost line there at the bottom. So I'm going to do a stop cut all around so we can kind of separate it out, I think. That's probably our best bet. In all reality, what I should do, as I think about this, ooh, wrong way, is we're just going to cut it. Instead of me sitting here killing a zillion amount of time doing that, we'll bring our vise out, chuck it up, and we'll cut it. That would make the smarter, that would be the smarter idea. Oops, I'm going the wrong way. There we go. Let's get this going the right way, y'all. Now, we'll make more sawdust than we necessarily want near all this stuff, but it'll make this process go a little quicker. Yeah, let's see. Oh, wrong way. Yeah, that's as far out as we're going to be able to do. And we've got our little saw that we made. There we go. There's that. And this. That go away. Get this dust off of the desk real quick and put it away. Now we'll just work on our wavies, which I'm going to put my glove back on. Oops. Get out of here. So, time to cut our wavies. So what we'll do is actually I do mean to do that. I'm going to take some big chunks off here, just kind of flatten them out a little bit more. Then I think what we're going to try and do is once we have that together, getting all the same stuff put together. Ah, goodness. Then we'll cut our waves. We may go back to what we were doing before and using our gouges to do that, but I think let's see what we can do first. All right. So I'm just going to do some light trimming, some minor trimming. I took the glove off because I can hold the piece better. Yeah. Dang it. Took off a little more than I wanted to right there. But that's all right. All right, so just do some little shaping here. All right. I don't, Boyd. What I actually used is I used a float glass, which is very similar to like your granite block with honing paper. So I have 600. Actually, I'll show it in a little bit. But I use honing paper on it. to sharpen. But usually, but ideally, I shouldn't have to sharpen all that often, as long as I'm stropping regularly. So if you've ever seen like the scary sharp system, people talk about the scary sharp system. It's that type of idea with float glass and the honing paper. So that's very similar to what I do to actually sharpen these guys. I'm kind of annoyed that I forgot the book upstairs that I wanted to start working through some of those questions with everybody. I was sharing earlier, I picked up a book called The Power of One More. And there's a section called, there's one chapter called One More Question, and it's kind of personal reflection questions, which I really liked. Really liked the setup on those. So, all right, so this doesn't have to set on anything. So what I'm going to do, of course I cut them all off, which is all right. But we're going to kind of make our, we're going to move it up here. So I'm going to go wave and wave. Something along those lines. So we're going to go a little stop cut-ish type of thing on each one of these. That's going to make it look like a nose. That's not going to work. We got to do more than just two. Just look like a stinking nose. We got to try and do four waves. We don't want a nose ghost. So we'll kind of use... All right. Sounds like a plan, Si. Hope you have a nice walk with the pup. All right. I think we will go back to a gouge. We use our little one now. Just to do the big stock removal, and then we'll clean it up with our knife. The wife actually took our loud barker, our annoying boy, to pick up the kid from rehearsal tonight. Mecca heard the dog earlier when she was leaving. He is that loud boy. Alright, so there's that.
Maybe I can whittle wood with you sometime.
Goku, thank you for that follow. Look at that. We get to do
Sticky.
a little drawing tonight. We hit. Unfortunately, the sub one is off. For some reason, it showed Joel's prime sub as 2 subs. But we have the 6 follows, which gives us opportunity to do a sticker or pin giveaway. All right, so kind of have our waves in there now, right? Kind of wavy. Let me get that pulled up, actually. That's right, May. Done, girl. Gun girl, welcome in. All good there. Okay, cool. Gun Girl, welcome in. JFG, welcome in. Gun Girl, how are you tonight? You've got a package heading your way. It went out in the mail today. Yes, you do. You've got a package heading your way. Well, gosh, it's been a couple weeks now since I carved said llama for Gun Girl. But there's a small llama alpaca carving heading Gigi's way. Carving's been sitting on my desk for too long. You're in a mood? JFG, no, not a nose. It was close to that earlier until I fixed it. It is a ghost. I'm carving a little ghost. Gun Girl, welcome in. Gun Girl's friends, welcome in. Appreciate y'all coming over this evening. We actually have a little giveaway to do. I need to pull that up, actually. Actually, I did pull it up, so let me do this. Now we're doing it's a little ghost here. I'm going to paint them and make them look a little pretty. It does kind of look like a nose at the moment. That's what I said just a minute ago as I was laying out my little ghosty things. So. We're trying to round this up as much as we can. So we're going to clean this up. We've actually got a couple carvings done tonight. All bunch of small little guys. We did a pumpkin. We did a bat. And now we're trying to do a ghost. We're going to turn these into like necklace charms. That's the plan. Turn these into little necklace charms for the next market. So. We're going to have fun with these. Oops. Need to zoom back out just a smidge. There we go. Also trying to make sure I don't get my bald spot in the camera. Because Lord knows y'all don't need to be seeing my bald spot. See enough of it if you hang out with me in the big shop. Too much, well, I should say not too much, too little hair. On the back of my head. There you go, JFG. That's the way to do it right there. That's right. I don't know. I'm getting closer and closer to embracing the bald head with the beard. I mean, that's the other kind of... That's what they say is that's the look, you know. But I can't give up the flow yet. Granted, there's not much left to it. So. Draw a little guy with a lawnmower. That's nice, May. Thanks. Find a little sticker to put up there. Just a little guy with a lawnmower. All right, let's do this real quick. While I am working on this, exclamation point pin, P-I-N, exclamation point P-I-N for either a sticker pack, oops, and I'll pull over, or a pin. Exclamation point P-I-N for a sticker pack or a pin. I'll leave those right there. Enter exclamation point pin, P-I-N. There you go, Darkest Nights. Howdy. Welcome. P-I-N. So you guys can enter while I am carving. There we go. It's hanging out down there. You can kind of see that. P-I-N. That's right. Get in there. Who doesn't want a Whittle pin? Or a Whittle sticker? Right? It's happening. Oh, I finally added my she command, by the way. Finally added my she command, so that is live in here. I also added Sapphire's no boops. Exclamation point no boops. B-O-O-P-S. If anyone wants to try those are wide open. For anyone to use. I'm sitting here carving off camera. I'm trying my best not to do that, but I end up doing that too often.
That's what she said. Come on.
Thank you, May. There we go. For both. Both the command and the exclamation point pin reminder. Yes, exclamation point pin. Get in there. Exclamation point pin. A flat stone sharpener. Are we talking, so King Louis, is that one that like a rotating piece or something like that? I'm not sure I'm familiar with that Makita piece. I'll show y'all how what I do in a second. Exclamation point pin for either a pin or a sticker pack. Your choice. Right now there's really good odds. I think we've got the evening lurk going on, which is all good. Yep, exclamation point pin. Yeah, King Louis, I'm not sure I'm familiar with those pieces, so if you've got a link to what it is that you picked up or what it is that you have, I'd love to see it, just so that I can provide an educated or halfway educated or a presumptuous rambling. Okay, so I'm almost thinking it's kind of like the work sharp system where it's a round disc that rotates and that type of thing. Yeah. I mean, it will definitely do what you want it to do. It will sharpen a blade. With carving knives, you shouldn't need to sharpen a whole lot if you're stropping regularly. I think that's the thing, one, that I know I don't do quite enough of. But, howdy, Allison. Exclamation point pin, P-I-N. For anyone that wants to get in on the sticker and or pin, or I should say, or sticker or pin giveaway. How are you tonight, Allison? There's so many ways. So many ways. I am done. Well, no, I shouldn't say that because there's still a couple molding pieces that I got to finish around the stairs. But for the most part, I am done. And it looks pretty good. We actually did a walkthrough a couple Saturdays ago. So that part I'm happy about. Finally got the heavy lifting part of that done. And I can happily move on from killing my knees. So what I'm trying to do is just kind of smooth out these areas here. The hard part is with the change in direction of the grain. Alright, now we gotta get right in here. Exclamation point pin. All right, so there we go. I think that'll be all right for now. It's going to get painted, which will help make it look a lot better. But so we have our ghost, our bat, and our pumpkin. Friend of monkeys, thank you for that follow. Let's do some cleanup. I'm going to show some stuff off real quick in terms of sharpening pieces. What I use. Yeah, King Louie, I'd say if you've used something like that before, it's definitely not a bad thing. If you're comfortable with it as well. That's one of the things I'd always say is if you're already comfortable with a setup or a system that you've got, there's no need to really change if you can adapt it to what you want it to do. All right, let's clean up this mess here. Yep, exclamation point pin, P-I-N, for either a pin or sticker giveaway. May being the awesome mod. Throwing the announcements up. Staying up way too late. Although it is only, well, it's only 9:30 here, but I know that means it is about 1:30-ish where May is. Am I right? 1:30? 12:30. No, it's not 12:30. It's at least 1:30. Oops. Get back here, ruler. Almost it's almost 2:30. Golly, May. I don't know how you do it. I really don't. I truly don't. All right, so what I actually use for sharpening, if I need to actually sharpen my blade. So if my edge, it's 5 hours. Yeah, I don't know why. Yeah. Oof. Yeah. So I actually use, it's a piece of float glass mounted on this board. So nice, almost 1/4 inch thick piece of glass. Yeah, chisels are always a challenging piece. And then I use this paper, which starts at 600, which you can't see. So 600, then 1200, 1800, and then 8000 is what these go up to. So if I need to put an edge on a piece, if I need to resharpen an edge or fix an edge, I start with the 600. And I work my way up to the 6000 or 8000. What is it? 8000. And then I take it to the strop. And these are just self-adhesive papers, which is really nice. So I just